These are copies of Medusa's orders from D-Day. We're very lucky that these survive, and we found them in the National Records Office at Kew. And it says specifically what the vessel had to do, and ties in with a commentary we've got from her skipper at the time. And the task was that she had to mark the entrance to a minefield. In order to prevent invasion, the Germans had laid a minefield down the French side of the channel, a thick belt of mines right the way down. And for the invasion to take place, then that minefield had to be cut, some cleared channels had to be made. They could only be done at the last moment, otherwise it would be obvious what was going on, so they had to happen the night before D-Day. And the important thing was marking the correct position for the minesweepers to cut the channels, and then after that marking the minefield entrance. And this was Medusa's task. She sailed from Portland at D-1 in absolutely foul weather, went over to mid-channel, went to a very precise spot on the French side of the channel, and then had to stay there for nearly 36 hours on that precise spot. And the first thing that happened was that the minesweepers came past her, swept the very narrow swept channel. It was only about a quarter of a mile wide, and then Medusa had to stay absolutely in the centre of that channel at the entrance for the invasion fleet to home on her and then carry on forward. The consequences of her being off station by more than 100 yards or so would have been that the invasion fleet would have sailed into a minefield, and it would have been an absolute disaster. There were 5 beaches for the invasion at D-Day. Each had 2 minefield channels cut, and Medusa marked one of the 2 for Omaha Beach. Yeah, there's quite a number still around. From the wartime crew, there's 2 of the original crew still alive. They both live up north. We don't see them very often these days. They're well into their 90s, but they're still around. But as she was in naval service up until 1965 was the last crew on her, then we're in touch with quite a lot of the survey crews up until then. They come down here quite regularly. We have a little supporters group for the vessel. They're all members of that and take a very keen interest in her. In fact, her last naval captain, who retired as a rear admiral, and he was hydrographer of the Navy, Roger Morris. He's actually president of the trust that owns the vessel. Extremely important, and we felt it absolutely vital that one should remain as give future generations an understanding of what it was all about, and really as a memorial to something like 5,000 people that crewed these vessels that have largely been forgotten.